The issue I'm about to help you solve is one of the biggest factors that is hurting your SEO rankings. It's causing people to leave your page, which is a bad ranking signal for Google. And once they're gone, they're gone. You've lost them from being a customer forever. But I found once I fixed this issue, I was able to reduce bounce rate by 45% and increase conversion by over 50%. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did to resolve this problem. But first, what is the problem in the first place? It's having a weak introduction paragraph in your content. And there's 11 introduction paragraph mistakes that are typically destroying your chances of retaining a visitor. Here's a question. What is the ultimate goal of the first introduction paragraph in your content? It's to get people to read the rest of your article. You want your content to be able to grab their attention and to convey enough trust to inspire them to take time out of their days to read the rest of your content. The first paragraph is called the hook for a reason. It needs to hook them, or you failed your job as a content producer on the internet. Besides, what's the point of investing in content if it's not going to be read? Not only that, but when users go to your page and they don't stay there, that's called a bounce. And it's a very negative ranking signal for Google. Google wants happy users. They want to be able to recommend pages that people read and consume. Lastly, and this is pretty obvious to you, but when people don't stay on your page, they don't become a customer. They don't buy anything. They don't use your contact form. They're lost. In this day and age, everyone has attention deficit disorder. They're being constantly distracted by their mobile devices and mega addicting platforms like Facebook, like YouTube, etc. So today, it's even more important to pay attention to this stuff and hook your reader if you want to succeed at content marketing and SEO. There's 11 mistakes that are typically killing your introduction paragraphs, and I'm going to show you how to resolve them all right now. But before I do that, can you resolve that like button? It looks 100 times better when it's blue, and when it's blue, it helps the YouTube algorithm know that I'm doing the right thing for you guys with content like this. Thanks. The first mistake is not matching the content with the stage in the sales cycle. The sales cycle is an old school model that's used to show how far along someone is in the buyer journey. I'll illustrate it with an example. I'm a short guy. I'm 5'7", but I don't have a problem with it. So I'm in what's called stage 1, the latent pain phase. But let's say that I hit on some girl at Starbucks and she's like, "Get out of here, shorty." Wow, okay, that doesn't feel too awesome. So I'm now in the acknowledged pain phase. Then I go home and I start Googling stuff like, how can men look taller? And now I'm in the actively seeking a solution phase. And let's say I find a website that tells me men can look taller if they wear high heels. Okay, but let's say I take the bait and the next thing you know, I'm Googling best high heels for men. I'm now in the seeking the best solution phase. And then I find an article saying that the best high heels for men are from Prada. So then I Google buy Prada high heels for men. I'm in the seeking the best place to buy the best solution phase. And then next thing you know, I'm in the conversion phase and I'm walking around in high heels. If your content's message doesn't match the phase that the user is in the buyer journey, it's not going to connect. Imagine someone is searching for something like best juicer. This is not the right time to hit them with an introduction paragraph saying something like, "Juicing your fruits and vegetables is a great way to get more nutrients from your food." Think about it. They've searched for best juicer. They already know what juicing is. They already know what juicers are. They want to know which juicer is the best. They're ready to buy, so get straight to the point. Start off with something like, "In this year alone, over 25 juicers have entered the market, and we've reviewed all of them to figure out which one is the best." You see here, we've matched our content with the stage in the buyer cycle. Conversely, if someone's searching for benefits of juicing, it's not the right time to sell them a juicer, so chill out. Mistake number 2 is not being interesting enough or not having a hook. As mentioned before, people are severely distracted these days by cat videos, Mr. Beast, and video game streaming. You're gonna have to really hook someone in order to get them to read your content. I have 3 super effective approaches to hook people in your introduction paragraphs. The first is called the educator. Right away in the introduction paragraph, you hit them with some facts. Like I did before with, "In this year alone, over 25 juicers have entered the market." This lets your reader know that you've done your research, you've already taught them something new, and if they continue reading, they're gonna learn even more. The second is called fear factor. You appeal to the emotion of fear to get people to continue reading. For a DUI lead generation site, I would write something like, "DUI cases that don't have legal representation typically have 25% more expensive fees and license revocations of twice as long." You can see how this one not only invokes fear, but it dabbles in a bit of the educator as you hit them with some hard facts. Double whammy. Next is the funny guy, and your purpose here is just to entertain them. So for a fishing pole review page, I might do something like this. "Let's set things straight. I'm not much of an interweb guy, but I do know a hell of a lot about fishing. This year I spent over 100 days on the water and tested over 40 different fishing poles. Most of them suck like this piece of crap, but some of them really fit the bill. The funny guy just wants to make sure that the person feels entertained, and that's the hook. Introduction mistake number 3, not teasing your article's content. You want to make sure to pitch the reader your article by giving them a taste of what they're about to read and learn in it. In my guide to copy and conversion, link in the description, you see how I explicitly tell the reader everything they're going to learn by reading my article. Namely, how to get new visitors to stay on your page and read, keep them on your page until they see your call to actions, and convert them into buyers. Mistake number 4, not establishing why you're trustable and an authority to be writing on the topic. Let's say you're researching how to start an online business, and then you find a 10,000 word guide on how to get started. Are you really going to go down that path if you feel like the author isn't an expert on the topic? Show you're an expert by talking about what you've accomplished regarding this topic, what conference speeches you've given on it, or how many people you've assisted around it. You're not showing off right now, you're selling your content by showcasing your expertise. And you need to get over it if you're having an issue with that. Mistake number 5, not explaining how you arrived at your results. Let's say you've just written an article on how you've reviewed the best hosting services on the internet today. Cool. By what criteria did you rank them? Price, support, server response time? Okay, cool. How did you measure server response time? People want to make sure they're reading reviews that aren't simply parroting other content or Amazon customer reviews. Mistake number 6, thinking you're a Fitzgerald. Unless you're a columnist at the San Francisco Chronicle, please don't start off your articles like this. It was a Sunday. I took a bite of the golden flaky croissant as I watched people come in and out of the cafe. Bro, shut up. Like I mentioned, people want you to get to the point. They're here to figure out how to cut an avocado, not read a novel. Now, speaking of getting to the point, don't make your introduction content too long. You should be writing your content however long it takes to hook your reader, and that's it. That could just be 1 to 2 sentences, sometimes more, but just keep it brief, short, and sweet. Mistake number 8, serving up a big wall of text. When a reader encounters a block of text like this with absolutely no paragraph breaks, well, what do? You're not going to read that. So break up your text into bite-sized paragraphs, 1 to 2 sentences each. Mistake number 9, linking out in the introduction. Remember, your only goal in the introduction is to get the reader to read the rest of your article. Showing them a doorway to another web page accomplishes the opposite of that. When you show the reader a link and they're interested in it, that creates a mental post-it note in their brain saying, I need to check on that. And they'll either click the link now and leave your post or carry anxiety with them as they read your article. The only exception is when your link is monetized, in which case you want them to click that. Mistake number 10, serving up a big display ad. I get it, you want to monetize your site, and header display ads will definitely make you the most money out of your display ad set. But when it's loading slow and distracting the reader, it's going to do more harm than good. Mistake number 11, poor load time. Google found that users are 24% less likely to abandon web pages when they're fast. So if you want to make sure people don't abandon your website, make it fast. And make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this.